Hi, my name is Leon Hurley. I am Associate Editor for officialplaystationmagazine.co.uk.
And I'm Louise Blaine. I'm a staff writer for Official PlayStation Magazine UK.
And we're looking at Dishonored now, which you have been to see. Can you just set up the story a little bit for us?
Yep, so it's all new IP from Arcane Studios in Bethesda. We've got Corvo, who was a bodyguard for the Empress, but has been accused of her murder, and he's been popped in prison, but someone's come along, someone called the Outsider, and given him magical powers. So what we've got is a now previous bodyguard with some crazy supernatural powers going through a sort of pseudo-steampunk city.
Okay, so what are we've just seen these tall boy things here. What are they all about then? Why are they shooting?
Well,
just people in the street?
Basically there's been a revolution in the city of Dunwall, and these tall boys are up on mechanical legs because unfortunately the city of Dunwall also is infested with rats and plague, so it keeps them above the plague and it keeps them out of the way of the rats to keep the poor plague-ridden people away from the nice rich people that don't want any of the...
Okay, now we're seeing a sort of quite an Assassin's Creed kind of thing here. Is there like a free running sort of element to it?
When we spoke to Harvey Smith, he wanted the players to have choice. So as a previous bodyguard, he's got running, jumping. He can leap, soar over the rooftops, or you can choose to sort of go down and scuttle along as a rat.
We saw just then there's like a main door and a balcony. So is that sense of options?
Yes, there's different ways you can do things. That when I saw it, they said there was different ways that you can get in and out of buildings. There's always multiple ways to do things, so you can go over or you can go under.
Okay, and we're seeing Dunwall here. It's not looking amazingly pretty. So they said there's a plague. It's also locked down.
We saw some red crosses there, which basically means that plague has been there, and we can see getting rid of the plague victims there.
These are walls of light, aren't they? They're like they electrocute people who aren't meant to be there, basically.
Yes, basically the combination of we've got a lot of industrial there. We've got, because the steampunk, they're putting a lot of mechanical machinery in there.
Yeah.
Electricity's harnessed. You use whale oil as a power source as well, which is quite interesting.
You mentioned the Outsider and the magical powers. I mean, what sort of things has Corvo got? What is he sort of using as he's moving around Dunwall?
Well, what we've got is probably coming in here. We can probably see him. He's going to probably use something corporeal possession, which you see going in a sort of cloud of black smoke. Will actually enter the bodies.
This is, you actually
exciting.
go in the body. It's not that you take over. You become that person.
You become that person, and then you can reappear out behind that person. Sort of, you can go in, walk along, jump out, and they won't even know you've been there.
Okay, then what is this place again? This is
a bathhouse known as the Golden Cat, which we saw a playthrough of, which you can go through. It looks like we're going through quite stealthily here, but I saw a couple of playthroughs where you can go through incredibly violently as well.
Now there's a thing called chaos, isn't there, that measures your violence, or how you play the game. What is the sort of the chaos?
So basically when they brought in, they wanted so much choice, depending on the choices that you make, whether you go along killing a lot of innocents or whether you go along hiding from everyone, it will actually change the way the world works around you. So people will be, apparently the Dunwall will become even more miserable, even more infested, there'll be even more rats. It'll become a rather miserable place to go if you're even more murderous than you should be.
Is there any obvious benefit to that? I mean, I've heard them talk about the system before, and it seems like it's not going to do anyone any favours if you play it that way.
They said there was no benefits either way, it really is your choice.
Right.
It will obviously affect the world around you, but when they were talking about it, they were saying there was nothing that would stop you going either way, so to speak.
And this is the Outsider here, isn't it? We see him giving Corvo his mark, which gives him his abilities. Now, something I noticed when we were talking about earlier, it's not completely open world, is it? It's like a hub and mission system.
Yes, you've got Harvey Smith said there were a series of handcrafted missions, so they are sizable.
Yeah.
Within each map, there's different side quests you can go on. The side quests you go on make differences to how you progress through the mission. Yeah. As you can see there, we've got some serious violence going on, which is a little bit more like Assassin's Creed, as our ground takedown type idea. But the maps are sizable and you can go through them however you want, but it does mean that you are limited.
So it's got, I mean, the Harvey Smith is previously known for Deus Ex. It's that sort of feel where it's not completely open world, but there are sort of open elements within it.
It's been constructed so you can be as free as you want, but within a certain guideline.
I mean, what do you think of what you saw? Like, in obviously all different powers, were there sort of...
In terms of powers, it looks it looks really endless. You've got so much opportunity to do whatever you want. I certainly want to get hands on with it and stop time, send wind blasts, you know,
Yeah.
possess people. It seems a sense of freedom is really what's offered here, and it was really exciting.
Cool, so definitely something to keep an eye on
Oh,
then.
definitely.
Cool, thank you.